Today, I'm going to show you something absolutely super cool and amazing when it comes to live video streaming. When it comes to live video streaming yourself, there's nothing more frustrating than having to use the front-facing camera on your phone. I mean, it's pretty good, right? But what you find is it's obviously never as good as the camera on the back, which obviously leaves you with a bit of a problem that if you want to absolutely master live video streaming from one of these things, your smartphone, then what choice have you got really other than to use the camera on the front? Well, what I've gone and done, I've created a live video streaming mobile rig that's going to allow you to actually use the rear facing camera of your smartphone whilst hooking up to another phone and creating a viewfinder basically. Now usually the problem what you have when speaking to a few people about the solution that I've come up with, people seem to think that I was using the camera on the second phone to see myself, but really if you're going to do that and you're going to look at the second phone's screen, then really it's going to be a little bit off, isn't it? Because you're going to be looking at a camera which isn't actually facing exactly the same way as the camera that you're shooting on. So what I've done, I've pulled together a few of my smartphone video photography accessories and I've mashed them all together to create this super video live streaming rig. It's absolutely super cool and will actually use the video from your phone, the one that you're shooting on, and use it on the second screen. So if you glance at the second screen to use it as a bit of a viewfinder, you will actually be seeing the footage that's coming from the smartphone that you're recording on. Now, before I go into lots of detail on exactly what app I've been using to do that, just want to talk about the equipment that I've used. So in front of you here, I've used I don't even know what to call it. If you go onto Amazon and you Google video camera rig, you kind of get this kind of U-shaped frame, which will allow you to kind of add all of these accessories on. So what I've gone and done, I've used the Rode VideoMic Pro, again because the sound on it is absolutely amazing and it's great if you're a few foot away from the camera. And it will also save on using like a lapel mic that you've got to kind of wire yourself into. Now, the other bit that I've got on here is absolutely awesome. If you've come across the Beast Grip Pro before, it's a smartphone rig. It's this thing right here. You can attach lenses to it for your smartphone. So you can attach like wide angle lenses, fisheye lenses, that sort of thing. Obviously for live video, you're gonna probably be wanting to use a wide angle lens. That's absolutely fine. At the top, I've got a cold shoe adapter, then I've got a smartphone holder as well. So I'm going to be shooting my live video on my iPhone 7 Plus whilst streaming the screen, the content that's going on the screen, onto just a normal iPhone 7 that you've got at the top. And that will act as my viewfinder. So when I'm shooting on the best camera possible on my smartphone, I'm able to see what it is that I'm doing. So I can line up my shot, make sure everything is in focus, and also if I want to interview people, it will be a great kind of add-on there. Now, what I'm going to show you is the magic. So how do you get your second iPhone to basically live stream the video from your other smartphone. It's actually quite simple. So the app that I'm using is called TeamViewer. You can download it in the App Store. It's free. It is free to use and stream as long as you're using it for non-commercial purposes. Otherwise, you can pay and download a subscription. Now, there's two apps that you can download in the store. TeamViewer and then TeamViewer support for iOS. So for some reason, I don't know the details, the normal TeamViewer app won't always work on all phones, which is why you need to download that second app. So let me just launch this first. So if I go into, okay, TeamViewer on there, TeamViewer on there, it brings up the ID of both devices. Now it says, look, it's ready to connect on here. So that's the ID that I need. So if I go back to the first app, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in the ID number that I see in front of me. Hopefully 3786. Okay, great. Just remembered it. Now it's going to prompt on the second phone to allow remote control, which is absolutely fine. It goes like that. But what you'll notice is that it still hasn't worked yet. So there's another step that you need to do. A bit like when you screen record your phone, you need to go into here, you need to press and hold on your record button. It's going to come up and it says, look, do I want to screen record from my phone, or do I want to be able to start a broadcast on the TeamViewer app? Remember not to press hard on it. You need to literally little light hold it, press, so that you get this menu up. Now if I click start broadcast, hopefully this will work and it'll bring up what this phone has on this phone. So now what you actually see on this phone is that phone, if that makes sense. So that's the really cool part. So what I can do now, if I can come out of there. I can come out of there, go back on here. So you can see the second phone update in there. I then need to find my camera app. And there we have it. Now in practice, let me show you how this works. First, I'm going to mount my spare iPhone to the top, just like that. I hope you can see it there on camera. And then I'm going to, let me just unscrew this lens. A moment, won't need that just yet. If I then go and place the phone that I want to shoot from, let me just line it up a second. Okay, there we go. So let me just take a step back. So what you're seeing on the top screen is now what I'm shooting on this screen here. So the camera, for some reason, you have to kind of flip it back around. Let me just adjust. I'm upside down. Okay. Absolutely fantastic and spot on and working. So let me just zoom in a little bit. So what you're actually, other than seeing the state of my kitchen, what I'm shooting on this smartphone down here is now appearing on the screen at the top. So that's the ultimate live video smartphone rig. So all those little bits and accessories, I'm going to stick the details and all the equipment in the description below. I hope you found this week's video really helpful. If you have, give it a thumbs up, give it a like, give it a retweet, just comment in the box and let me know what you think, and I'll be interested to know your thoughts on your own video live stream rig. Thank you very much.